Hello everyone, welcome to Crafting and Cruising. I'm Lisa and this is
Hey, it's Rodney in the background.
my sidekick, my comment reader, my co-crafter sometimes.
Co-crafter, I never heard that before.
Co-crafter. And we are in Pensacola, Florida. Rodney has been working in Florida this week. We were in Fort Lauderdale for the better part of 3 days. And we're from Nashville, okay? So today we had to fly from Pensacola to Nashville, change planes, and fly back to, we flew from Fort Lauderdale through Nashville, changed planes in Nashville, flew to Pensacola. Crazy.
And then drove to what, Spanish Fort?
And then, and then we're like an hour. We're really in Alabama. We're not in Florida, but we're right on the line. So I was going to get off in Nashville and just go on home and do my craft and then pick him up tomorrow. But because I fly on a companion pass, hey, Sister Shelley, my luggage would have gone with him and all my stuff is in my luggage. So welcome to the Cardboard Christmas with Craft Around the Clock. Hey, Bev. Hey, Linda May Moore. It was good, Linda. It's a little chilly here in Pensacola. I'm not going to tell you. It's really super warm weather. You're not missing out on anything. So, I'm going to do a very basic cardboard project using poster board. And I've already started doing a little bit of prep work for it. But MacGyver, that I'm married to, had to help me understand, hey, Deborah, love you, how to figure out the algebra of cutting it out, okay? So he's going to talk to you about that real quick, and then I'm going to start crafting. So come right on over, sir.
All righty. Well, there's no real algebra involved in this. I did explain it early on to her, as far as like if she wanted to make fancy cones and different things, but in the end, I decided to simplify it a little bit and make it to where it's a little easier to do. So I'm going to tip the camera down here.
Where's your other phone? So we can get your own comments.
There we are. It's over there plugged up.
Okay.
So basically what we're going to be doing is making cone shapes. In order to make a cone shape, you need to cut out a certain pattern of paper. This is some scrap paper got left from some of the ones I've been doing. So the easy way is take a little protractor like you used to use in school, or if those of you who might have been in engineering or whatever had them in engineering stuff, you take your protractor, you set it for whatever the height of the cone is you want to make. You make your distance here. Like for instance here, we start right at this little corner and just draw a circle around there like that. And if we cut that out and rolled it up, that would make a cone shape, like kind of like a Christmas tree. The other way to do it is if you don't have like you want to make something bigger, there's really no limit to it. You can do this if you want to draw a circle in your yard that's 100 feet in diameter. You just take a piece of string, wire, whatever, and whatever you're going to mark it off with. So like for this one, can you see that? I guess we can. We'll go right here. If we want to make one this size, we would hold our finger right on the point and just draw a circle around like that, and that would make another one. And if you cut those out, you got a scissors handy as an example. And what Lisa's going to be making is a tiered Christmas tree. So it's going to be a tree made out of a group of cones.
Hey, Nicole. Hey, Carol.
So this is the shape you end up with if you want to make a cone shape. Now, whether this is 90 degrees, it makes a nice shaped tree. You could do it with it even bigger this direction to make if you're going to have a broader base on it, or more narrow, but you can always overlap them some too. Now I'm going to back the camera up a little bit here so you can see the edge of the table. If you want to put a curve in this so that you can just try to roll it up, but it tends to want to bend. But if you want to put a curve in something, you find a sharp edge like this table, and just like when you're taking ribbon and you pull it across scissors to make a curl, you can do this, if I can get the buttons out from under it, and pull it across a sharp edge, and that will curl it up so that you can make your cone more easily. See, it's already getting some shape to it now. You can go over it a couple of times. It kind of breaks down the fibers in the cardboard, makes it so that you can roll it up and make yourself a nice little cone shape, like a Christmas tree. So Lisa's going to take it from here. She's going to show you how She made a bunch of cones, puts them together, paints them, makes it pretty.
Now he's going to come back at the end and show you some options if
we
we have time.
We may do that. So you can make these. You're going to tell them what kind of cardboard to get?
Yes.
Okay.
Rodney got for me poster board. Here you go. And he just got white. So I said, well, my tree can't be white unless it's blocked. So I took Deco Art Americana Evergreen paint and I mixed, well, I put some of it on just by itself. It was a little bit too dark, so I added some chalk paste in Waverly in white and kind of went over it, kind of mixed it in. And then I wanted it to have some depth. So I went back and just did some dry brushing with the dark evergreen. I've already put a little transfer on here because I wanted to see how that was going to do. So I did that on all 5 of my cones, okay?
What do you have?
So we're going to, this is as tall, no, this isn't as tall as our tree's going to be. It's going to be taller than this, okay? So what I'm going to do, each one of them is going to nest on top, and then we're going to decorate them. I was going to put transfers on all of it. In fact, you know what? Let's go on and put the transfers on the bottom one, because if I try to do that afterwards, when it's already in its shape, it's not going to hold very well. I think I got these transfers off of Temu. I don't have my little scrubber thing, so I'm using our room key. But what I found was, if I'm not careful, that this clear part comes off and onto the paper, and then when I try to remove it, it pulls the green up. So if it does, no problem, I can just go back and repaint it. But I want to try to get these at least on the bottom. And then we're going to put some buttons as some decor. We're going to use some, what are these called? Pine cones. And maybe some little trim that I have. So I'm just pulling this off carefully so it won't pull off the paint.
Hello, Deborah, Jed, Diane, Nicole, Carol.
So let's put these big ones up here. And I think I'm going to put these kind of up higher because it's a bigger pattern.
How far
And,
down's your next
you know,
tree
trees aren't, I mean, the gifts on the tree are not all level. So they'll just have to wait and see, right?
Okay.
Okay, so let me put this on here. I hope this isn't moving the table that the camera's sitting on. Y'all, I apologize. A lot of times when we're doing our lives, when we're on the road, the lighting is not the best.
This one's pretty good on here.
This one's not too bad, but we have pulled every lamp from this room. Floor lamps and bedside lamps over here to go with the little dinky lamp that was on this table. So we would have enough light because the sun's already gone down outside. So, just to try to get enough light. So let me get these on there, and then we're going to start gluing these together and then nesting them. We can call these nesting trees. I think I've got one more package. And like I said, these are from Temu. They're very easy to rub on. They're really almost more like stickers than they are transfers. They won't stick unless you rub them and transfer them, but they feel almost like stickers because this part right here is so much stickier, the clear part, than it is on regular transfers. So these are definitely cheaper, but in the package, this package came with tons of papers of all kinds of Christmas transfers in there. So I like them. They're not my favorite. I still prefer the regular transfers that you have to use the bone folder on, but
Nancy Bell Grice is on with the golden bell.
hello, Nancy.
Kathy Dean says hello, everyone.
Hey, Kathy. Okay, so we've got all of our little presents on the front of our tree. Okay, so now we're going to start gluing.
Kathy Dean says the color is fabulous.
Thanks. I love, painting's kind of my thing, and I like mixing colors to see what all you can get, and I don't like it to look flat. I don't want just one color on here. But I thought I had brought my Hauser light medium and Hauser green medium and Hauser green light with me, and I didn't. So the only green that I had was the evergreen. So I thought, well, if I mix it with some white, I can get some variation. And you've heard.
Colson says, hi, sweet friends, and spread the
Hey,
inspiration.
Barbara. Thank you, sweet friend, for spreading. If y'all would spread the joy on your page of Craft Around the Clock and of all of us crafters when we come on, it really does help our page, and we would be so grateful if you would do that for us. I'm just putting hot glue on here, just trying to get it held down, but I'm having to do a little bit at a time so I can make sure it really sticks.
Eddie McCarthy says, cute transfers.
They are cute. And of course, they're cheap coming from Temu, so that makes it even cuter to me.
Elaine Moore says she loves your shirt. Lisa, very pretty.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've worn it a lot crafting this year, y'all. Last year I have 2 or 3 Christmas shirts that I didn't wear as much last year, so I was determined that this year I was going to wear them. Okay, so here we go. We got our first one done. It's not perfect down there. I'm going to stick a little bit of glue inside just to give it a little bit extra support before we go on to the other one. There's also a few of these transfers that are like ornaments that came from the tree. And then I have all kinds of buttons that I thought we could use as Christmas ornaments on the tree. So this is the first one. Now we'll go back and add the stickers and the buttons after we get all of these done. So hopefully this part will go really quickly, because I know y'all don't want to watch glue dry. I like watching paint dry.
Thank y'all for sharing, those who did.
Yes, I appreciate that so much.
Fatima Romero, welcome.
Welcome, 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 everybody. Hey, Stephanie Harbaugh. So glad you're here.
The sound is perfect.
Good, good, good. Thank you. Y'all, there have been some amazing crafters on today. Isn't it just so cool to see what all we can do with stuff we probably have around the house? You know, that's what we had to do during the pandemic when we couldn't get out and everybody was locked up. We had to use what we had around the house. And I had said up until that point, I was not going to be a crafter because I was a watercolor painter and then kind of crossed over some into acrylic. And so I had said, nah, crafting's just not my gig. And then when we all got locked up, I just was surfing through Facebook one day and saw Barb with the shabby tree. I'm sure y'all all know who she is. And she was talking about how, you know, you can be creative with things you have around your house. You just got to pick things up and look at them from a different set of eyes and think outside the box and not just say, oh, well, this is a colander. There's nothing I can do with the colander. Yeah, you can do a lot with the colander. You can make wind chimes with the colander. You can make little faces with the colander, hats with the colander. Okay, so see, these are going to nest like this.
Like us,
So see?
Janice Williams is
Just
in
like that.
Alabama.
Oh, you are? What part, Janice? All right, let's go to our next biggest one. So you'll notice each one is a little bit smaller as we go up. Now, Rodney asked me earlier, why 5? Well, there's no particular reason other than as crafters, we've all been taught that you really don't use even numbers of things. You use odd numbers. 3 didn't quite look big enough to me. So I didn't want to use 4. So I said, okay, then we'll do 5. But even though...
She thinks everything started with Barb and the shabby tree.
Really, I think you're right. But he says that it's not much algebra in this, y'all, but if y'all know anything about math, you know it does. And I loved math in school, but I didn't like algebra or geometry.
Really geometry.
So, Rodney, when it comes to stuff like this, I'm like, okay, why don't you do that part and you explain that part, and then I'll take over from there.
So if somebody wants to make something like this, do they have to go buy cardstock?
No.
From Hobby Lobby?
You can use boxes. I'm sure if y'all are like me, you're getting Amazon boxes these days. You can use boxes. You could use corrugated cardboard if you've gotten something from the store that came in cardboard, shirt boxes, like gift boxes.
The corrugated is going to be a little harder to get to roll up this way, but you can do it. It's just that it's going to be, because of the corrugation, it's going to be a little difficult to make cones out of it.
I got a little bit of glue sticking through here, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to the back anyway. Okay, so now we got 3. And if we have time at the end, I think I'm going to cut little slits all the way around each layer and curl up the ends to make it look more like a whimsical kind of Christmas tree. Could even, I don't have it with me, so I wouldn't be able to do it here, but you could even go back and add stuff to make it look like snow on the limbs, which would be fun. So we get creative when we need to be. We don't have to have all fancy schmancy tools and the best of everything. We just need to be creative.
I'll go back the camera up a little bit so I can see you a little better.
Okay.
Can we still see the project now is the question. Let's see. Yeah, that's nice.
I can. Okay. Almost, you guys. And here's something else I find fascinating. Now, I did not get to see some of the crafters this morning because we were traveling. But so far, from what I have seen, none of us are doing the same thing. And you know, sometimes when you come up with like a theme, you wonder, oh, is somebody else going to have the same idea I have? In fact, I told Rodney last night, I said, okay, it's cardboard, it's Christmas. I bet you there's going to be some other people making Christmas trees like me. Well, maybe tomorrow, maybe later today, but I sure haven't seen it yet. Which is fine because everybody will put their own spin on it. But I just think it's cool how, like when we did the event, the Away in the Manger event, everybody did something totally different in that. The gingerbread man or gingerbread event, everybody did something different. It's just so cool to me how we put our own spin on it. And even though a lot of us watch the same crafters and we all get a lot of inspiration off of Pinterest, so we're probably looking at a lot of the same sites, somehow we manage not to get all of ours looking just alike, which I think is awesome. Okay, so I even made a messy bow to put on top of this, and I made it ahead of time just to be sure. Right now, I'm going to need you to really keep an eye on my time for me.
Okay.
Okay, let me let this dry inside.
45 now.
All right, so now look. We have all 5 layers. And see, some layers are darker than others. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so now I'm just going to start taking buttons. I've got all kinds of buttons. Let me bring you forward a little bit and tilt you down so you can see all these buttons. I've got buttons. I've got a bunch more over here if I need more. I said I've got pine cones. And then if I can figure out how to attach these things without burning my fingers, I'll do that. But that won't be until later. So, oh, I also have stickers. These are just stickers I picked up at Hobby Lobby, maybe some the Dollar Tree. I don't know, but I was just trying to come up with some unique ideas. Also, if any of you have the IOD bauble mold, I love it, love it, love it. These are baubles. One day, I just started putting hot melt glue in there. This is not resin, this is hot melt glue. This is hot melt glue that I've already put paint on. I was gonna paint it black and white. It's gonna be a booger. Thank you, Deborah. Here's one that I put glitter on after I painted it white. And then these 3 I haven't done anything with yet. You can also use resin in those molds. So if you're doing a resin project and you have some leftover resin, don't throw it out. Get a mold of any kind out and just put it in there, because once it cools completely, it just pops right out. It's wonderful. So I thought about putting some of these on here, but I really think most of these are going to be just too big.
Thank you, Deborah Rogers McDaniel.
Yeah, they're going to be too big. These little ones I might could use somewhere, but right now we're just going to start with buttons. So let's get us some buttons put on here.
Be careful, the glue will squirt through the hole.
And my mama always told me, now the smaller the ornament, the closer to the top of the tree. The bigger ornaments go near the bottom of the tree. So if mama said it, then you know it's right. Tilt you down. Ooh, this is coming off too. Some of these backs I couldn't get off easily. I should just use flat back only.
You got a bunch of stars.
Let me lay that'll dry.
It's so cute.
Thank you. I have a lot of these. These all came in a package. They have different patterns on them. They're kind of boho. Let me hold it over here and see if you can see better. Y'all see that? And then I have some like this that I think are so pretty. Look at these.
Janice Williams is in Anniston, Alabama.
Anniston. I know Anniston, Alabama. All right, so let's just keep on decorating. We're going to decorate front and back. Y'all, until Ronnie and I invested in one of those tree turner things, make your tree go around like Barb has on her trees. I used to tell the kids, you know, when we were decorating our tree, those of you who've heard us talk about decorating our tree, it's a big event at our house every year. Because I buy the children and the grandchildren all a new ornament every year. And then they get to put their ornaments on the tree. And so it's just fun, and, you know, we make a big deal over it. And but used to, I'd have to say, now we need to put most of them toward the front and on the sides because people won't see them if they're in the back. That's just up against the window. Well, now I love it because we have one of those tree turners, so we can completely cover the tree, which is completely covered, trust me, in ornaments. And then it just goes round and round and round, and we can see all of it. And I just love it like that. All right, Ronnie, comments, questions?
Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, you need to stay on that, I think.
Vicki Anderson is watching.
Hey,
Vicki.
sister. You all please pray for my sweet best friend, Vicki. She lost her stepmom in the middle of the night last night.
Patty Smith says, where are y'all located? Normally we're in Franklin, Tennessee, near Nashville, but we travel a lot, and this week we've been in Fort Lauderdale, back to Nashville, and back down to Pensacola, and over to Spanish Fort, Alabama right now. And Cynthia K. Wood said, this is beautiful.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Marilyn LaFace says, I love this.
Mara, hey sister, how are you? I hope you got my message I sent back to you the other day.
Need to tip this back up a little, I think.
Yeah, I had to lay it down because these ones that have backs on them are not staying on very well. I have to let them cool off.
Everyone can see it there now.
Okay, let's put a few more around here. Then we'll go on and add a few stickers to this side before we move on around. Look at this pretty green button right here. Some of these are probably vintage. I doubt all of them are, but I bet some of them are. I think I got this whole container at a thrift store when Rodney and I were traveling. If only I had saved all the buttons my mother has had over the years. This is actually a marble. But look at the peach color, and then we'll put that on there. It's going to be heavy, but I'm going to put it on there.
It's 4:51.
I have till 5:30.
Do you? Yeah. You started.
No, 5:15, sorry.
5:15.
Yeah.
So you got.
Okay, so here's what we have. Now, let's put some of the little stickers I have here on it, and maybe some pine cones, because I'm basically just going to continue this kind of thing all the way around. And I want to make sure we get to all the parts. And then Rodney was going to show you some other creative ideas he had. Look at these little nutcrackers. Aren't they darling? Let's see. Oh, I'm way over here on the side. You didn't even tell me, Rodney. You better pay attention to what I'm doing. You're supposed to be my eyes, my ears. All right, let's put a few little, let's see if hold up a pine cone and see what it would look like on there.
Diane said she was painting, so she couldn't comment. The trees are beautiful.
Thank you, Diane. I appreciate you. Y'all, I'm gonna see. I don't know if I can get one of these ornaments on here as a transfer or not with it. already put together, but let's see. Since these are pretty easy to get to stick, let's see what happens. I'm gonna put this one right here. And I'm actually gonna take, well, I thought I was gonna take that off, but I think the glue's stuck inside. So let me just get my little ring key here, since I don't have my bone holder, and see if I can get it to stay on there. I'm not sure how we're gonna transfer this home on a plane.
We could flatten it out.
It won't look good then. Let me get my sharp scissors here and poke this off.
These? No, what big
No,
ones?
I got these little ones. Oh. Is it gonna work and not pull the paint off? Oh, it did. Whoop, whoop. Okay, look.
Janice Williams gave us a 5-star rating.
Thank you, Janice. Y'all, I didn't even know for a long time that existed, but that really, Facebook notices if y'all go in and do those rating things. They like that. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of pine cones on this side. Let's see if we can cook one about right here. Ooh, it's hot, hot, hot. You know what this reminds me of? I told Rodney last night when we were working on them, I said it kind of reminds me of the Grinch tree. You know, I said if we just had it tipped over, it would be like the Grinch tree. Let's put another...
Stephanie says, what about lights?
Well, I could put lights on it, Stephanie. I could put some fairy lights on here. I wouldn't want to put anything real hot since it's just poster board. Let's get another pine cone.
Barbara says, how did you ever get the dress form you showed us the other day on a plane?
It's in my suitcase, Barbara. It's, I didn't attach it to the base, and I'm not going to when I sell it in the auction because it might not survive very well in transport, so I just left it off the base. And if someone buys it, then they can attach the base to it. Okay, so let's see.
I was going to tell them we just bought a seat for it, put it in the plane, strapped it in next to us.
Yeah. Y'all believe that? Stand on your head.
You know, if you had these different color cones, you'd have a little bit of a problem if you didn't be able to decorate the whole thing, but if you knew what area you could do it, you could divide it up and let different people decorate pieces of it. Like
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, do a collaboration. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Or grandkids or whatever.
Yeah, I think something like this with grandkids would be really fun. I think they would love it. All right, let's put some more buttons on here. Got all kinds of buttons. Very funny, Rodney, Barbara said. So, are y'all all through with your Christmas shopping? Please tell me no. Not me. I just reminded my son a while ago. I really was bragging on him to y'all the other day. Let's do another transfer. Because he said for the first time he had a list ready. And I thought, woohoo, I'm not going to have to be begging a week before Christmas. Well, I'm still waiting, y'all. All right, let's see. Let's put this one right here. Now, I want to try to put some of these little fake light things, but I'm scared to death. It's going to be hard to get them to drape on here without burning me. And y'all have seen some of these crafters that have had serious, serious burns from hot glue.
Barbara says, I'll tell you no, but I'm done.
Barbara.
With her shopping.
Barbara, you were done last week,
Cynthia
too.
got you covered. She hasn't started yet.
Thank you, Cynthia. You're my kind of girl.
Linda says, no, not me.
Good, Linda. You're my kind of girl.
Diane is done.
Diane, we can't be friends anymore.
And
Now, y'all, this one ain't coming off as well. Hold on.
Nancy says no. Barbara says, McDaniel says no. So I guess most people are not quite through yet.
Good. I have bought some things, and by the time I get back, there'll be some more things from Amazon. So it's not that I haven't done any. It's just that usually by this time I like to be done and just ready to wrap. Okay, that one finally came off, y'all. Okay, let me see if I can figure out how. These are so cute. All right, I'm just going to put a little tad of glue right there and see if I can hold this string on it for a minute.
458 and
then let's turn it so y'all can see it. And maybe
Denise Morris says hi, Lisa and Rodney.
Did you say Denise?
Denise.
Hey sis,
Morris.
how are you, sister?
And Janice Williams said she made all her gifts.
Oh,
Wow.
Janice, how good are you?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I just don't think I could have made anything that most of my kids or grandkids would have loved.
Let's see what else we got going here.
Okay.
Cynthia Kangwood sent you some hearts and Christmas trees.
Thank you so much for those hearts and trees.
Got the emojis going.
Oh, y'all, this is hot. Yes, don't come for me. I have finger protectors. I just don't have them on. I know. Barbara, just don't watch me, and then you won't have a fit.
Somebody recently did burn themselves really
Yes,
badly
they
when
did. Second and third degree burns.
they tripped or something and stuck their hand in it.
Stuck their hand in the. That was sweet. What's her name?
What's your name, huh?
Oh, this just came off, and I want to stick this sticker back on this part right here and hold it down. Trying to be creative, y'all. Okay, I don't know about these. I don't know if I'm going to be able, my nerves are going to be able to take that or not. Okay, so I also have this that I thought about putting around the bottom. I've got it in red and white and green. But I don't think, if I do that, I don't think it'll sit level. So I'm not sure that's a great idea. All right, let's put some more buttons on, and then I'm going to show you the bow I made. So, again, just remember, you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on craft supplies to be able to make some really cute, creative things.
Yeah, this stuff here
Lisa, is your ring that is colorful a mother's ring? No, it's not. This ring was made in Guatemala when I was there painting some murals on a hospital on hospital walls.
Somebody sent 50 stars. Who's that?
Thank you so
Terry Chisholm.
much.
Thank you,
Oh,
Terry.
sweet Terry, how are you, sister? I think about you a lot. My heart hurts for you. Yes, it's from Guatemala. No, it's not. It's really, really beaded heavily. See? And I have some not necklaces. I may have one necklace. I've got bracelets like this. And I love it. Because y'all know I love color, so you can't get too much color from me. I've been taking pictures while we've been gone of Christmas trees in different airports. And thank you, Deborah. And different locations that have big Christmas trees. I'm going to make a reel pretty soon out of those. So y'all, I got to go home and get busy getting ready for our auction. Excuse me, which will be this Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I put a link in the description of my page because there's a separate page for the auction. It's Craftin' and Cruisin', capital B, capital I, capital N, /auction. Anybody can join. But it's not, we probably will try to stream it over into this page. But we're going to do it on the Craftin' and Cruisin', BIN, which stands for Buy It Now, / what did I just say?
Wasn't listening, sorry.
/auction. All right, so let me see. What's the time, Rodney?
5:03.
5:03. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go on and put the bow on the top so you can see the messy bow I made. Let me hold this one here because it's a little bit heavy. Okay, here's the bow I made. I had all these ribbons I bought to use at Christmas, so I just made these cute little, I just did a, X crossing of all these ribbons. And some of them had these little fuzzies hanging down, and I'm not going to get rid of those because I think they're cute. So I thought with the little peppermints, it'd be cute stuff right up here at the top. So let me put that on and hold it in place till it cools. And then I'm going to let Rodney come back over here and show you some options of things to do with these trees. And then if we still have time left, I'll add a few more ornaments. Meanwhile, if you're on the Craft Around the Clock page, remember all you have to do is refresh your page so you can see the next crafter. Hey, Charmed by Sage, how are you? Sage, I loved your project today. And it's going all day tomorrow too. There's going to be crafters all day tomorrow in this event. So make sure that you jump on there. In the description, there's a link. I put a link in there to join Craft Around the Clock. If you're not already a member of Craft Around the Clock. There's also a link to their Telegram, so you'll know when Craft Around the Clock's coming live. So make sure that you do all the things so you'll know when all the events are coming up. That may be a little bit big for this tree. I may have to take that down. I've already cut it down once. I may have to cut it down some more. But here's what we have. I'm just going to keep working around when I get off. And I will post a picture at the end. But I'm going to let Rodney come back right now and show you some options. And then if we have time, I'll get back on here and add some more stuff.
All right, well, I'll probably get you to hand me some things over there too. All
I didn't
righty.
cut my bottom, my little things like I was going to.
What were you going to cut?
These, the little ridges like you
well, that's
did.
why I'm going to give you some
Yeah.
examples of that stuff.
Okay.
I thought you might have meant to do that. So
I
if I
didn't
can
mean to
stick
do
this
that.
on here. Sorry for this delay. Anyway, I'm gluing, this is some shiny poster board that I bought. Instead of painting it like Lisa did, you can just buy different colors and you can cut different cones of different heights. And if you choose to, you can mix and match them even. See what this one's going to look like. Nice shiny cone.
Yeah, that poster board is really pretty.
So with this one, I did the same thing that Lisa did. I cut various heights. There's probably about 5 of these. I know she would want it to be an odd number, so I'll at least say there's 5, whether there is or not.
I think you actually have 6 maybe. No, you got 5.
We can throw one away if it's too much.
You got 1, 2, 3. No, you got 6.
Throw one away. We wouldn't want an even number. It would mess up the feng shui of the whole thing. So anyway, you can do the same kind of thing, make you a nice shiny one. But if you want more variety, pass me the 2 green ones that are sitting on top of each other there. You can take a little cone like this, and you can split the edges up the bottom. And if the scissors were here, I think they were laying somewhere over there too.
Yeah, we'll use those little ones in mine.
So if
Here they are, right here.
ever using teeny tiny ones like this, just like when you're curling ribbon, you take this, curl the outside edges of it. Then when you make it into a cone, it will have some, as if the branches were sticking out a little bit.
Now, I would not do that on mine because it would probably rub the paint off.
Right, because it was already
So I'll probably
painted.
just curl mine over like a pencil.
So we glue this together. I'm not too worried about the tops unless it's the very top piece because they get covered up by the subsequent cone. So if you do that, you've got the little curls out pieces. It's one option you could do. Wasn't there another one with the points on the edges?
Yes.
Similarly, if you had one done,
Oops, sorry.
you can cut little shapes like this on the bottom of it. all kinds of options. And you can curl them up a little bit, kind of like I did, using the scissors that I took away from me.
Sorry.
She likes me to use just the kindergarten scissors. But you can do something like that and get another little different effect. And you might could, I don't know whether it'd be a good idea or not, but you might could mix and match different colors going up and down the tree if you had, you wouldn't want to change all the different shapes, but they don't all have to be the same kind of poster board. So you could mix and match things and make a different shades. You can do red, green, Christmas colors like that, even white. Mix and match them. How's the time running there, Lisa?
It is 5:08.
I better turn this over to the master crafter here. Let's see. Oh, we got all kinds of little things we can stack up here and make a miscellaneous Christmas. How close are you to be ready to sit down, Lisa?
I can sit down anytime.
Well, I'm going to turn it back over to the crafter. And the assistant's going back to the background.
Okay, y'all, I just went in and cut a few of these. This is what I had planned to do before. So see how they're, can you see them? How they're curling up? Yeah. I should have painted the underneath side too, so it wouldn't be so white looking. But I'm just taking a pencil and just rolling them around. Now, since I'd already put some ornaments on here, it's hard to curl them all. So some of them may be more curled than others. But I'm just taking this pencil and just rolling it around the pencil and just curling it a little bit. And I think that's cute. That makes it look even more like a little whimsical tree, I think. So
would you curl the edges up before you put them together next time?
well, I would probably do that before I put any ornaments on them, I think. Because now I'm limited in what I can do.
You could also take them back apart too.
Well, but mine are kind of stuck together.
Oh, okay.
Because the glue kind of seeped through there a little bit.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm just going through here and just cutting a few more myself. And I don't really want to add any more ornaments until I get all my cuts made. So, yeah,
good.
lots and lots of options. Now this is coming off, so I don't know that top one's going to come off, but lots and lots of options. And the cool thing is, y'all, you just don't have to have a lot of supplies to make cute crafts.
You could even use, for a smaller tree, you could use something like paper plates.
Yes.
Heavier paper plates and cut them up. Shoe boxes, cardboard out of that.
One project I was going to do, and then I changed to this, was I was going to take a paper plate and fold it almost totally in half, but not completely, and glue it together at the top, paint it, or decoupage, like a Christmas paper on there, and then fill it with Christmas flowers, like poinsettias and things like that, and ribbons. And maybe some of the, what happened to my bow?
I do not know.
It's gone. No, it's right here. Add some of the peppermints on there. So that's what I had originally, I had packed a couple of paper plates and told Rodney, I said, I think this is what I'm going to do. And then the more we talked and started brainstorming, the more ideas he came up with to do something like this. And I said, you know, that's a cute idea. So now that I've got most of these cut on these two layers, I could finish putting buttons on. But before I do any more on the rest of these, I think I want to go on and cut my slits on there. So
it's 5:11 now. Do you want to be telling people who's coming up next?
I do not know who's coming up next.
Does anybody know who's coming up next?
That's why they're going to have to refresh their page and stay on so they can find out who's on next.
Or if anybody knows, they
and
can tell
support
us.
them. Well, I think
Here.
most of the crafters are not doing that. Most of the crafters are just saying refresh your page
I got you.
and get on there and see who's next. Because we don't want people just following certain people, see. We want everybody to get a fair shot at it. So, don't forget, if you're not following Crafting and Cruising, please do so. I also have a group where if you are a creator, you can get on there and share your crafts. It's a public group, but it's listed as private because I have to approve you to be in there. That's just to kind of help keep some of the stink bugs out of there. So what you will need to do, I've got that pinned at the top of my page too. There's a link up there with a direct link to that page, and it'll ask you a few questions. You'll have to answer a few questions, and then it'll notify me that you've asked to join, and I will approve you. And I really want you guys to get in there. It doesn't matter to me if it's cooking, if it's writing, whatever craft you have, or just something you would like to share. This is a page for you all to share some things that you do, and for all of us to be able to enjoy each other's crafts. So I don't want this just to be, Lisa crafting. I want you guys to show us what you're doing.
So I can put my books in there too?
You can put your book in there if you want to. You sure can. If y'all didn't know, Rodney has 2 books you can get on Amazon or wherever books are sold. And also, please PM me your email address and your mailing address to craftandcruise@gmail.com if you want me to send you one of my Christmas cards that I'm almost through painting.
It's 514.
514?
514.
Okay. So you guys, I've had fun. Tracy, thank you so much for coming up with such a creative idea for us. I don't have to haul a bunch of extra stuff around with me. I think it's been a blast. And I love each and every one of you. I hope this Christmas season brings you lots of joy and happiness. And use this opportunity of this season to go out and do something to bless someone else, because I know that in turn you will be blessed. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.